Hi, I'm Sean Kabak with Manitoba Agriculture. Winter feed costs are the #1 cost in a cattle operation. We're going to look at some of the ways those costs can be reduced through extended grazing.
Options in Manitoba include the use of stockpiled grass such as second or third cut hayfields, corn, swath, bale, or stubble grazing, or corn stover. Extended grazing allows livestock to return most of the nutrients they consume directly to the landscape. Feed costs may be less, but not always, but yardage and feeding costs are lower, as are manure removal costs. Manure and feed residues contain valuable nutrients. Stockpiled grass can provide 1 to 2 months of grazing after perennial pastures are done, and it's very nutritious and palatable. It's okay to graze alfalfa after or close to a killing frost. The grass and hay mixtures holds feed value in the leaves longer in the fall and lessens bloat risk. Corn is a very high-yielding crop and can provide 250 to 350 cow grazing days an acre. High yields are needed to justify the costs of the corn. We want to supplement before moving cattle to a new paddock. This improves utilization, boosts calcium, and decreases grain overload. Corn grazing requires cross fencing, which helps improve utilization, and it controls access to the corn, which helps prevent grain overload. Provide only 3 to 4 days of corn at a time. Portable electric reels and step-in posts can be used for the cross fencing. Snow is an excellent insulator. Use a powerful electric fencer in the winter. Novel feeds may require an adaptation period for the cattle. Corn is very palatable and readily consumed by the cattle, whether it's corn silage or standing corn. The average feed value is 7 to 9% protein and high 60s to low 70s in energy. Because of this high energy, an additional source of feed should be provided in the first week to allow the rumen to adjust. Corn stover is lower in protein and energy than whole corn, so is better suited for mid-gestation dry cows. A protein and calcium supplement is required. Bale grazing can be carried out any time in the winter. Bales can all be placed in the fall and managed with electric fencing or hauled every week to 10 days. Since a lot of nutrients are imported with bale grazing, site selection is important. Stay back from water bodies, creeks, or low-lying areas as nutrient runoff can be high. Avoid coarse textured soils where leaching can occur. Natural shelter is beneficial and economical. Portable windbreaks are a good option also. When using electric fencing to control livestock access to the bales, pigtails can be inserted in the bales. A bale spacing of 38 feet in either direction equals 30 bales an acre. A bale spacing of 33 feet equals 40 bales an acre. Even manure and residue distribution spreads out nutrients better and lessens impact on grass growth. How many nutrients are imported in different feeding systems? Since only 15 to 20% of the nutrients are retained by the cow, a lot are left on the landscape. These nutrients are valuable for future crop or forage growth, but the nutrients are concentrated where the bales are placed. A better way of distributing the nutrients is unrolling or shredding the bales, and this helps to decrease loss of nutrients. Swath grazing can be carried out with a variety of crops including oats, barley, millet, or triticale. Electric fencing should be used to control access, which improves utilization. Nitrates, wildlife, and fall weather can be concerns. A 1.5 to 3 ton dry matter crop can produce 75 to 150 cow grazing days an acre. Stubble grazing is another cost-effective method of extending the grazing season. When looking at the different costs at the Manitoba Beef and Forage initiatives over the last 4 years, stockpiled grazing was the least expensive, followed by corn, then swath, then bale grazing. All of them were more cost-effective than traditional winter feeding. When extending the grazing season, corn stover, second or third cut, or stubble grazing should be considered as they are some of the easiest ones to carry out. Swath or bale graze only on frozen ground. If the ground is soft and wet, excessive trampling and waste will result. Extended grazing can attract wildlife such as elk, deer, or birds. In areas with high wildlife populations, it may not be viable. Extended grazing is an opportunity to reduce manure disposal costs. You can cut winter feeding and yardage costs. Increased fertility will increase grass production and will improve livestock gains and can extend the grazing season. For more information, contact your nearest Manitoba Agriculture office.